Everyone, it's Cailin and welcome to my channel. As we start talking about today's class, I want you to start circling your upper body and your pelvis in nice big circles, just starting to loosen up. So today is day 10 of our 30-day series called Balance. This is a lower body class today where we'll be focusing on glutes and legs. Go ahead and reverse your circles now. If you're not doing the series, that's okay. This is a great standalone class for that lower body. But that is going to be our focus for today. So feel hopefully your hips starting to open up here as you just start breathing and loosening up. Let's do one more in this direction. The series is all about finding that balance between strength and mobility. So that's what we're going to be working on. All right, so I want you to go ahead and lay down on your back. So you're going to come all the way down. You're going to have your knees bent with your feet flat on the floor, and your upper body is just released into the mat, not holding any tension. And we're just going to do some alternating knee drops. So I want you to take your left knee, your left leg, and you start to open it out to the side without shifting the pelvis. So really want to focus on that opening stretch in the hip, and then go ahead and bring it back up and in, and then switch to the other leg. Right leg's going to go out, that left leg is going to stay right where it is, and then go ahead and use that core and that inner thigh to lift that leg up. Keep alternating sides here, so that pelvis, you're trying not to let it rock towards the side that you're opening towards. You're trying to keep it nice and steady. And what that's just going to do is just to start to loosen up those muscles in the legs, in the hips. So we're going to start moving those legs quite a bit to strengthen our glutes and the rest of our legs too. Good. All right, go ahead and bring your legs back to center. We're going to draw both legs up to tabletop now. And I want you to flex through your ankles. I'm just going to start reaching your right leg forward, extend, and then pull it back into tabletop. We're going to alternate. Left leg's going to reach, and then we pull it back in. So we want to do this without arching the back. So keep the back of the ribs pulling down. Keep your core engaged. As you flex through the ankle, hopefully you can feel the quad starting to fire up, the glutes starting to fire up as well. Okay, let's do two more on each side. Nice work. Good. And last one. Good, and bring it back in. All right, now from here, we want to just pull your knees into your chest and just start to circle those legs in the hip sockets. And then reverse the circle, opposite direction. Good, and then place your feet down onto the mat. Have them a little bit closer to your body because we're going to move into bridging in just a moment. For this first part though, we're going to move into just some pelvic rocking, starting to engage the glutes. So we're going to take our inhale here. On your exhale, you're going to flatten your low back into the mat. You're going to start to engage your glutes as you squeeze the bum and just lift your tailbone off the mat ever so slightly, and then inhale back to neutral. And then exhale again, flatten the low back, squeeze the glutes, start to lift that pelvis up, and then you change your mind, lower it back down. And again, exhale. Feet are nice and flat, pressing into all four corners of your feet, staying nice and grounded. Let's do one more. Good, inhale, lower. Now on your next one, you're going to continue that motion all the way up as you roll up into your bridge. Now here, as you really lift up higher, I want you to hold and really feel those glutes. Now you should feel this opening in the front of your quads and your hips, this lengthening through the back body. Take an inhale here at the top. Exhale, lower down bone by bone. So we're rolling the spine down. And release. Let's do that again. Exhale. Glutes, hamstrings are all waking up here. Good. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, reverse it all the way down. And release. Let's do two more just like that. Exhale. Should probably feel really good on your quads in the front of your hips if you get tight like I do right there. Good. Reverse it back down. And release. Very nice. One more. Go ahead and roll it up. I want you to hold here at the top. Transfer your weight to your right leg. Left leg is going to come to a tabletop position. It's going to stay there. And you're going to lower the hips down to tap the floor. And then you're going to lift the hips back up. So you're just using your right glute to do this work. So you're going to really feel that glute kick in. Good. And lift. Doesn't have to be fast, nice and controlled. Making sure you're using the glute and not the back to lift those hips. Good. Lift. Good. 2 more. Last one. And lift. Good. Place that left foot down. Switch to the other side. Right leg lifts. Good. Now we inhale, lower those hips down. Exhale, press it back up. So you're probably going to feel pretty quickly which side is stronger, right? Which side of your glutes is stronger, or maybe which side needs some more work. Good. Let's do 3 more. 3. Beautiful. 2. Nice. Last one. And lift. Place that right foot back down. Even your hips off. Press your hips up a little bit higher by engaging those glutes. And then lower the spine all the way down. All right, we're going to do another variation of bridge. I want you to walk your feet together, but widen your knees. And you're still going to be kind of on the sides of your feet now, the outsides of your feet. All right, so keeping those knees wide, we're going to do a flat back bridge lift. So we're going to start to lift those hips. Keep the knees wide. Lift the hips into a bridge. Lower the hips down just to tap. Good. Do that again. Lift and lower. Beautiful. Lift and lower. So your knees, just bring them to wherever they can go to. If your knees aren't this wide, that's okay. But try to find some version of external rotation. Good. Lift. This is just working on a different part of the glute. Let's do 4. 3. Beautiful. 2. And 1. All right, lower the hips all the way down. Bring your knees back together. Keep your right foot on the mat. I want you to cross your left ankle over your right knee. And I want you to keep your right foot down, but you're going to take that whole unit of your lower body and tilt it over to the right. So your left foot eventually will come to the floor. And then you're going to pull down onto the outside of that left leg to give it a little bit of an extra stretch. So this is just stretching the outside of that left hip there. Good. 1 more breath here. Good. Now go ahead and lift your legs back up into center. Still in that all 4 shape. Now go ahead and release that left leg. Bring that right knee over your left now. Good. Try to open that right hip up, and then we're going to take both legs over to the left now, and then grab onto the outside of that right leg as you gently pull that leg towards the floor. You should feel that really yummy stretch, because we're focusing on more of that mobility part so we don't get too tight. Go ahead and bring it back to center and then place both feet down. All right, bring your knees into your chest or roll to your side to bring yourself all the way up to seated. And now we're gonna come over into an all 4s position. So in all 4s here, we still wanna stay nice and stable in the core and the upper body, right? So we don't wanna be sinking down here into the shoulders. So really press yourself away from your floor. And we're going to take this right leg and we're going to reach it out back behind you at hip height. Now make sure your hip is still facing the floor and not open to the side. All right, now just start to lower and lift that leg without moving your spine. So that work is coming from your glute. Good. Lower to tap and lift. Nice long neck, long spine here. Good. Feeling that hamstring and glute working. Let's do 4 more. 4. 3, good, 2, and 1. All right, lower that leg down. Now, you are going to bring the leg out at a diagonal, and you are going to externally rotate the leg in the hip socket. So the toes are facing away from you. Now, holding that position, you're going to lift and lower just like that. So still out at a diagonal. Good, lifting and lowering again, working a different part of that glute here. Lift and lower, very nice. Lift, lower, Good. 4, 3, last 2, and 1. All right, bend that same knee, and you have it, again, turned out in a turned up position, so the knee is facing out slightly to the side, and hold that shape of the leg as you lift and lower it, just like that. So you're still in a little bit of external rotation as you lift and lower. Check in with that upper body too. Make sure you're not slumping down into those shoulders. Stay nice and strong. Good. 5, 4, 3, good. 2, it's the last one. Beautiful. And lower it all the way down. All right, come off the wrist for just a moment. Roll the wrists around. We're going to do all that on the other side. So go ahead and bring it back forward. Back into all fours. Extend that left leg straight back behind you. Now we lift and lower. So we're feeling that right leg, that right glute a little bit more now that it's been worked. It's still stabilizing here on this side as we move that other leg. Good. Tap and lift. And your core is still working here to make sure we're not arching that back. Good, let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, same long leg. Turn it out and reach out a diagonal. And then we lift and lower just like that. I'm gonna move myself over a little bit. Good, lift. Good, lift. Again, upper body nice and strong. Press yourself away from the floor. If you start to sink down into your shoulders, this movement is actually going to be a lot harder. Good, 3, 2, and 1. All right, same thing, but with a bent knee. So we're going to bend that knee, still rotating out on the hip socket, and then we lift that bent knee up. Knee stays open to that side. Good, lift. Good, there you go. Last one on this side. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, bring it all the way down. My body was starting to shake there, I don't know about yours. So go ahead and widen those knees, toes together, reach the upper body forward, and bring your forehead down to the mat. I want you to take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Sit onto the heels as you come all the way up. Our work is not done yet, but we are going to take a quick break. So grab a sip of water and I'll meet you right back here for the rest. Let's bring ourselves all the way forward and onto our bellies. So go ahead and lower yourself all the way down. Now you're going to make a little pillow for your head with your hands. So stacking the hands, then the forehead goes right on top. Now legs are going to be a little bit wider, so they are about mat distance apart. And you're going to bend your knees and we're going to touch the toes. So knees are wide, but toes are together. Now, before we start to move here, I want you to think of pulling your belly button in and up, and then pressing your hips down into the floor by engaging your glutes. So really press the glutes down to press the hips into the mat. Now keep that engagement. Now start to lift your thighs off the mat to bring your toes closer to the ceiling, and then lower the knees back down. Good. Open up the front of those quads, hip flexors, thighs to lift those legs, and then we lower it down. Good. So you're not bending the knees or you're not bending the feet. You're not bending the knees to bring the feet towards the glutes. You are using your glutes to lift those knees higher towards the ceiling. Good. Lift and lower. Good, lift. You should feel the glutes, feel the hamstrings here. Good, let's do 4, 3. That's it, last 2. And last 1. Good, now you're gonna lower the legs down, still keeping them wide and still externally rotated. So toes are more turned out than down. All right, so holding the legs long, again, pull the belly in. Use the glutes, press the hips down, and start to lift and lower straight legs. So reaching the legs away as the legs lift. So extend and lift at the same time. Good, lift. Good. Glide those shoulders down. Good, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, lower the legs all the way down. All right, go ahead and come all the way up onto the knees. We're gonna do a low kneeling position to a high kneeling position using the glutes, okay? So knees are a little bit wider, feet are together. And I want you to sit back onto your heels. Arms can be forward. Now, I want you to keep the back flat, but use the glutes. Press the arms down by your sides. Press those hips forward, engaging the glutes, and then control it back down. And again, press the hips forward, squeeze the glutes forward, arms press back and lower. Good, so keep that movement going. That's it. Good, so your glutes, your hamstrings are doing that work to lift you up. Good, and your core here too. Always using that core. Good, 3 more. 3. Last 2. And last 1. Lift all the way up and stay. All right, turn to face forward. And now we're gonna do some kneeling side kicks. We're only gonna do a couple exercises on each side. So you're gonna place one hand on the floor, one knee's grounded, the other leg is reaching out in the opposite direction. Now, upper body is nice and stable, core is stable here, toes are forward. All right, we're gonna start to lift and lower this leg here. Keep pressing those hips forward by using that leg, that glute of that bottom leg. All right, good. We have 5 more. 5, 4, 3, that's it, 2, and 1. Lift that leg, hold it up at hip height, little tiny circles forward. That's it. We only have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. Good. Don't let that leg drop. Keep it lifted. Try to stay nice and still everywhere else. 3, 2, 1. All right, bend the knees. Place it down. Did I not mention how hard that was when you're trying to stay in that right position? All right, other side. Other hand, other knee. Use the glutes to press those hips forward and open. All right, wrist right underneath that shoulder. When you're ready, we lift and lower that top leg. Good. So even though we're here, right, we can tend to pop the ribs open. Don't do that. Pull the ribs back so we can stay nice and connected here on the front body as well. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift here, little circles forward. That's it. These do not have to be big. The bigger you go, the harder it's going to be. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. Almost done. You got this. Good. 4, 3, 2. Keep that leg up. Last 1. Bend the knees. Lower all the way down. Time to stretch. All right. Go ahead and lay on your back. We're going to do one of my favorite stretches for the glutes and the lower back. This is our supine twist. Supine just means on your back. So pull your right leg into your chest, extend your left leg along the floor. And before we even twist, just enjoy this feeling and really give that right knee a nice pull in. And that's already gonna start to stretch out that right glute as well, start to open it up. Now, left hand to the outside of that right knee, right arm goes out to the side, and then we twist that leg across the body and look over that right shoulder. We're just holding there and breathing. Good. Inhaling, deep breath in. And exhale. Let it go. Good. And again, inhale, deep breath in. Exhale. Release. Good, go ahead and bring that leg back to center, send it away. Then we bring that other leg in, left leg pulls in. Give that leg a nice squeeze here. Good, send it across the body. Good, finding that twist, looking over that left shoulder. Try to release the head and the neck here. Good, one more breath. Good, back to center. Now, we're gonna try a supine butterfly stretch. If this works better for you up in a seated position, go ahead and take that. Otherwise, start to bring your feet in, bring the soles of your feet together, and then spread your knees wide, and you're grabbing onto the outsides of those feet. Maybe you wiggle the hips here, side to side. That feels good. Stretching a little bit of those inner thighs, those hips. Very nice. Good, bring those knees back in together. Rock yourself up to a seated position. We're gonna do a little seated forward fold to finish. So extend your legs fully in front of you. Do your best to sit up nice and tall on top of your sitting bones. Take those arms up to the ceiling, extend, and then hinge forward. So find that nice long back, long spine, and grab on wherever you can. Good, with each exhale, see if you can bring yourself a little bit farther down towards those legs. Good, give me one more nice deep breath here. Exhale, release. All right, release your hands off those legs. Go ahead and roll your spine up to seated, coming up nice and tall. All right, beautiful, beautiful job. Hopefully you enjoyed that lower body class, whether or not you are joining our 30-day series. If you are, please let me know how it's going down below. And if you're not, I'd love to have you join us if you're interested. So I'm going to link the description down below, so go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, if you're interested in checking out some more of the workouts, I'm going to link a couple here. One that I think would be great for you up here, and my last video before this one is down here below. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you back here on the mat next time.